Hey guys, what's up? This is Pantsar Dragon, and today we'll be doing the top 5 best supports for solo queue. Now in the last tier list, you guys have mentioned Annie support in the comments below, and that is something I've actually not seen in solo queue up until now. But spoiler alert, I actually don't think she's in the tier list at all since she's not that great, I don't find. If you want to play an initiator, you'd play someone like Leona who's good behind or ahead. And so since there hasn't been a lot of changes in the support role, it's generally going to be the same. So with all that being said, let's get started.
Credit code select.
Alright, so up at number 5 we do have Soraka, and she is one of the most annoying supports to deal with. The reasons behind that is because heals, Lobo heal, and then more heals, and sometimes a silence and heal herself. But basically, she can keep her team healthy by just spamming her W onto her allies, and if there are assassins on that enemy team, well, she has an AoE silence to zone them, so they cannot use their nukes onto her carries, and she can also heal her carries so they don't die. And yeah, so if you have a Fed carry and you want to keep them alive, like let's say they're a Jinx who's 9-0, well, they're never gonna die with Soraka around them. The only reason she is at number 5 is because due to previous nerfs of her, and of course every mage getting Morellonomicon. And if she has bad positioning in team fights, she can be the first one to go down, but it's easy to position yourself in the back line so that you don't die. Next up we do have Leona at number 4. So the reason she is good is because she's a tanky support who is naturally tanky. Her W gives about like 50 armor and magic resist, so all she really has to do is build hit point, and 3 of her skills do apply CC to the enemy. She can also initiate with the ultimate, so if she thinks the team fight is good, she can do that herself. But the only problem about Leona is that her laning phase is kinda weak since she does not have any poke, and she's prone to getting poked down early in the game. Next up at number 3 we do have Thresh. So Thresh can actually be number 2 in some cases if you are a Thresh main. If you know how to play the champion to a superior level, then he's gonna be one of your number 1 supports. If you don't know how to play him and you kinda know how to play him, then he's gonna be way lower than number 3. If you are an average Thresh player, he's gonna be number 3. But that means you need to know how to lane with him, how to trade with him, and just generally know how to play him. He does have a lot of CC in his kit, of course, but the only reason he wouldn't be number 1 is because he's been nerfed so many times in the past. Next up at number 2 is Blitzcrank. So Blitzcrank is really good in solo queue just because of the way he can catch people out and initiate team fights on an advantage where he pulls the enemy to his team. One hook can change the game around and call for a comeback. If Blitz gets ahead, he is going to be really dominant because 1, he gets really tanky, 2, his roaming is awesome because he has so much CC, and 3, he has pretty decent burst damage. The only problem about Blitzcrank is that his laning phase is weak if you do not land any grabs. His Q does cost a lot of mana, so if you do miss it, it will hurt you in the laning phase. I also do see a bunch of Blitzcranks trying to initiate fights with their grab when we're sieging, or like when it's 4v5. Sometimes a grab can go bad if you grab the wrong person. But if you are a good player and you know that grabbing a person right here would not be a good situation, then of course you're going to be a great Blitzcrank player, even if you suck at him like me. Next up at number 1 is Janna. So, like I said in my other video, what are her biggest pros? Okay, so her passive gives her mobility, which is the tailwind, and then you have her W, which gives her even more mobility. This means she can put down more wards, clear more wards, even gank a bit. She's just really dominant in the mobility situation. But it does not stop there. Her ultimate gives her whole team like basically a Soraka ultimate, while also knocking back enemies who try and engage on her. Super strong ultimate, and also she has a shield to keep her team healthy and of course give them some AD. Her Q, you know, like it's basically a knock up, it's AoE, it's decent. It's good for peeling enemies, but basically she has high mobility and an annoying ultimate, and of course her shield is OP. The only con is she has no damage and she doesn't have any engage, but when you have all of those other things, she's really the dominant force for number 1. Alright, so hey guys, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you want to check out some other tier lists, there's a mid tier list for you guys, top lane and jungle. There's no AD carry, I'm sorry about that, but if you want to check out the AD carry tier list, just look at my top 5 best champions for every role for solo queue, and look at the AD carries up there. It's relatively the same in this patch too. So do check that out. So just check out those 3 videos up there if you want to subscribe. It's going to be right there by Lucian or Jaden Smith, I'm not sure who. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.